It's interesting. I think you have to do like a lot of work to add specificity because the scenes don't have a lot of backstory to them, so you kind of have to make that up yourself and like ground yourself in it somehow so that all the characters are like individual and like unique and you don't like play the same tropes again and again.
I'm taking it a step at a time. I think the thing that's interesting is that while you're different characters, there's still kind of like a through line that it's still you and how you might experience that, which makes it really interesting that you're all these different characters but still kind of yourself.
I like this play because it's individual moments of truth, which is really beautiful to watch because they're so short and poignant and different. Each one is very different.
So I think it's really cool that we get to play so many different characters because they're all kind of snapshots into humanity, so it's not that weird to be in so many different scenes because all of them are pretty natural.
I feel like I'm just trying to figure out what I can relate to with each of the characters inside all of them rather than try to like be really focused on making them all completely different from each other. I'm just trying to like find what I can relate to in each of them.
I think it's because I've always wanted the opportunity to play a variety of characters in one piece. So I think it's something that I've always just been kind of itching to do. So, it's coming. I don't want to say it comes naturally to me, but it just, it's I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So it's not really that much of a challenge.
Well, I think it's a lot of practice in a way, and once you really get into your character, it's kind of going to become like an everyday routine. You're going to be switching and then switching, and you'll be like, oh, I've switched characters before I actually know it. Because once you step on scene with that different person, you know exactly what you're going to be doing because you've been practicing every single day.
So having lots of different characters really affects how many scenes there are. There's like 30 scenes in the play, and so lighting that is going to be a huge challenge because you need to have a different story to tell in each scene, and that affects what I choose for lights.
I think it's really hard to get people to play different characters but also have a really honest, earnest humanity to them, and it's been really interesting trying to push people to be more like themselves but different versions of themselves almost,
Jump up, jump in, let me begin.
Know everything. To be honest, there are a lot of people that I'm like, really don't want you to love me. And like knowing everything, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. There's a lot of questions I've got.
Definitely be loved by everyone. I really like being loved. I think I'd like to be loved by everyone, because then I'm sure there would be some smart person who would be really into me and I could just be like, tell me something, and then I'd basically know everything and be loved by everyone.
Loved by everyone.
Why?
Because it would be a lot to know everything. Is that remember everything too? That's a burden. But if you're loved by everyone, of course, I don't know. So we have to get into that.
I don't know if either is really good. But I think be loved by everyone.
Why?
Because I don't feel like I need to know everything in the world, but I feel like you can always have more love. Is that weird?
Be loved by everyone. I want to be popular.
Hands down the latter, because I'm an extrovert. I like love a lot.
Be loved by everyone. To be loved by anyone is not that easy, And having everyone love you and love them back is kind of the person I am, I guess.
I feel vain, but I want to say have everyone love me because that's how I already feel now.
Be loved by everyone, because sometimes I think knowledge is really overrated, and fun facts are cool, but love is harder to come by than the internet.